ká tó máa lọ síbi kíkà.
I'm trying to give you the reason
mo ń gbìyànjú láti sọ fún
why
wa
I'm very confident
àwọn ìdí tí mo fi ní ìgboyà
with numerous examples. I'm only
pẹ̀lú
giving
àìmọye
a
àwọn
few
àpẹẹrẹ
that the table will be turned.
pé Ọlọ́run á yí ohun gbogbo padà.
Opposite of what the enemy thought on you will happen.
pé ìdàkejì ohun tí ọ̀tá rò ó sí
That
ni yóò
your
ṣẹlẹ̀.
present affliction is to fulfill God's purpose in your life.
wípé wàhálà tó ń là kọjá nísinsìnyí ètò
Point
rẹ̀
number
láti
one,
wé ìwọ
which
Ọlọ́run ṣe
I
fún ayé
have
rẹ̀.
already spoken about,
kókó àkọ́kọ́ tá a ti wò kọjá
we will not be going to that.
àtúní máa lọ síbẹ̀ mọ́.
Christ has been judged. That was my last point I took last 2 weeks. Christ has been judged.
pé a ti dá Jésù lẹ́jọ́
And
nínú
he
ẹ̀kọ́ tá a
has
wò ní ọ̀sẹ̀ kejì
satisfied
sẹ́yìn.
the demand of justice.
ó sì ti ohun gbogbo tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ni Kristi ti ṣe.
No demons. If God is not judging you,
nígbà tí Ọlọ́run ò bá ti dá ọ lẹ́jọ́ mọ́
nobody can judge you.
kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá ọ lẹ́jọ́.
Christ endured that shame.
Kristi farada ìtìjú.
He despised the shame on the cross for you.
wípé ó farada ẹ̀gàn fún wa lórí igi àgbélébùú.
You will not bear any shame
torí
again.
náà o ò ní ru ìtìjú kankan mọ́.
You will no longer bear any shame.
mo ní ìtìjú ò kì í ṣe tìrẹ mọ́.
If God can decide to forsake his only begotten son for 3 hours
tí Ọlọ́run bá lè gbójú kúrò lára ọmọ rẹ̀ kan ṣoṣo fún odidi wákàtí mẹ́ta.
until the son began to cry, my God, why have you forsaken
títí
me?
tọ́ mi ké pé Olúwa mi Ọlọ́run mi èyí ṣe tó fi kọ̀ mí sílẹ̀.
With God living in your heart,
pẹ̀lú pé Ọlọ́run gbé nínú rẹ̀.
with you believing in the work of redemption,
pẹ̀lú pé o gbàgbọ́ nínú iṣẹ́ ètò ìràpadà.
God will no longer forsake you.
Ọlọ́run ò ní kọ̀ ọ́ sílẹ̀ mọ́.
The heavens will not be silent on your case.
àwọn ọ̀run ò ní dákẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ.
That's all we are trying to cover with some
nǹkan tá a
explanation.
gbìyànjú láti wò sẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú àwọn.
I will be talking on
láàárọ̀ yìí bí
one
a lọ.
of the most important reasons
ìkan nínú àwọn ìdí pàtàkì.
why your present challenges
ìrèdí tí ìpèníjà tó ń là kọjá
will
lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí.
lead to the fulfilment of God's purpose in your
bá a fi
life.
mú ọ débi ète tí Ọlọ́run ní fún ayé
The
rẹ.
opposite of what the enemy thought will happen.
wípé ohun tí ọ̀tá rò bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni yóò rí
The table will be
ìgbàgbọ́
turned.
pé à yí ohun gbogbo padà.
It's a simple subtopic.
kókó kékeré náà.
God has been appeased.
pé a ti tu.
You are not going to appease God.
ìwọ kọ́ ni wàá tu Ọlọ́run lójúmọ́ o.
Like those who understand the will of God, who don't know the mind of God.
bí àwọn kan tí ò mọ nǹkan tí ò mọ ọkàn Ọlọ́run.
They may be telling you to go and appease somebody. God has, I'm not saying God will be, God has been appeased. Not that God will be appeased.
àwọn kan tí òye wọ́n lè máa sọ pé kó lọ tu Ọlọ́run lójú kó lọ ṣe léyìí kó lè tu Ọlọ́run lójú ṣùgbọ́n mo ní a ti tu Ọlọ́run lójú
I'm not
kì í ṣe pé
even
a máa tù ú lójú.
I'm not even saying God is being appeased.
kì í ṣe pé wọ́n ń tù ú lójú.
He has been appeased
wọ́n ti tù ú lójú.
on your case.
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ.
He's already appeased.
a ti tù ú lójú.
So you have nothing to fear.
o ò ní kankan láti bẹ̀rù.
Nobody can block you.
kò sẹ́ni tó lè dí ọ lọ́nà.
That challenge will turn to a testimony.
ìpèníjà tó ní yẹn èyí ládàá.
The table has been turned.
mo ní a ti yí ohun gbogbo padà. a ti
It
yí
will
bàtà
turn
yìí
to a
padà.
testimony.
èyí ládàá.
The opposite of what the enemy thought will happen to you.
ìdàkejì ohun tí ọ̀tá rò ni yóò ṣẹlẹ̀.
Let us hear from our apostle.
ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ lẹ́nu àpọ́stélì wa.
Philippians chapter 1.
Fílípì orí kìíní.
The message is talking. The message Bible will help me. Verse 12 and 13.
I want to report to you, friends.
I want you to understand, my fellow believers, my friends that are here this morning.
ẹ̀yin ọ̀rẹ́ mi
Yes.
wà níbí láàárọ̀ yìí.
That my imprisonment here
Bringing that man of God into jail.
wípé wọ́n
This is
pé
a crisis.
arákùnrin yìí sẹ́wọ̀n.
It's a challenge. He was in
ìjà ló jẹ́
prison.
lákòókò náà
He
àti
was in
sẹ́wọ̀n.
jail.
ó wà nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n.
Yes.
has had the opposite of its intended effect.
The effect that
èrò tọ́ta ní
agents of Satan thought,
ìránṣẹ́ èṣù yẹn èrò tó rò
the opposite has happened.
ìdàkejì rẹ̀ ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀.
The opposite of your own too will happen.
ìdàkejì tọ́ta rò lé ọ lórí náà ni yóò ṣẹlẹ̀.
In fact, the opposite